Every single day, we create mountains of data. AI models, social media, our entire digital lives. It all has to live somewhere. Right now, that somewhere is almost entirely controlled by a handful of tech giants. Amazon, Google, Microsoft. They hold the keys to the internet's filing cabinet. But what if we could build a better one? A cabinet owned by us with no single point of failure. This is the colossal promise of Filecoin. It's a project with the scale to store entire nations' worth of data, but it's also a controversial one, with a brutal price history, and the SEC breathing down its neck. So, is Filecoin a sleeping giant or a failed experiment? Let's dig in. Let's cut through the noise. At its core, Filecoin is a decentralized marketplace for data storage. Think of it like an Airbnb for hard drives. If you've got extra storage space, you can rent it out and earn FIL tokens. If you need to store data, you can tap into that global network, often for pennies on the dollar compared to traditional cloud services. This isn't some fly-by-night project. It was created by Protocol Labs, the same minds behind IPFS, the interplanetary file system, which is already a foundational layer for Web3. But Filecoin's secret sauce isn't just storage, it's verifiable storage. Miners don't just get paid to say they're storing your data. They have to constantly prove it using some pretty slick cryptography. They generate mathematical proofs that your file is safe, replicated, and available around the clock. If they drop the ball, their collateral gets slashed. This creates a trustless system where data integrity is guaranteed by code, not by a corporate handshake. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. The FIL token and its brutal price history. A lot of investors got burned. Optimistically, early on, the token had runaway inflation, with the supply growing by over 60% in a single year. But here's the kicker. That's changing, and it's by design. First, the biggest source of sell pressure, vesting unlocks for early investors and the team, is almost in the rearview mirror. The final unlocks happen in 2026. Second, Filecoin has a burn mechanism, much like Ethereum's EIP 1559. A chunk of every network fee is permanently taken out of circulation. To date, this has already vaporized millions of FIL. And third, to even play in this sandbox, miners must lock up huge amounts of FIL as collateral. Right now, about 30% of the circulating supply is locked up tight, acting as an economic security deposit. Because of these forces, some analysts predict FIL's inflation could hit zero or even become deflationary by 2026 or 2027. And this isn't just hopium. On-chain data shows a network that's finding its footing. While total capacity has consolidated, actual usage has exploded. Active storage deals grew a staggering 414% year over year in late 2023. We're talking over 1.7 exabytes of real data stored. This network is alive and kicking. But the real future of Filecoin isn't just about being a cheap hard drive. The game changer was the launch of the Filecoin Virtual Machine, or FVM, in 2023. This basically gave the storage network a brain. With FVM, developers can now build smart contracts directly on top of the data. This unlocks things like data DAOs, where communities can pool funds to preserve vital information forever. It enables DeFi, where your stored data itself can act as collateral for loans. And it opens the door for a whole new suite of services. The vision is to create a decentralized rival to Amazon Web Services. A full-stack solution where you can store data, run computations on it, and deliver it at lightning speed to users worldwide, all from one open marketplace. Now, Filecoin isn't operating in a vacuum. Arweave is carving out its niche in permanent archival with a one-time fee. Storage is incredibly user-friendly and a go-to for developers who want an easy AWS alternative. But none of them can touch Filecoin on two fronts: sheer scale and raw cost. Filecoin has orders of magnitude more capacity at a fraction of the price. But the biggest headwind might not be competition, it's regulation. In May 2023, the US SEC sent a letter to Grayscale, basically saying they view FIL as a security. Now, this wasn't a formal lawsuit, but it casts a long shadow of uncertainty over the project, especially for US exchanges and investors. This single risk is one of the biggest anchors holding FIL back. So what's the final verdict on Filecoin? The bull case is clear. Real-world demand for decentralized storage finally hits its stride. Filecoin irons out its user experience kinks, the tokenomics flip deflationary, and it solidifies its place as the essential data backbone for Web3. The bear case? Demand never breaks out of its crypto niche. Competitors eat its lunch on usability, and regulatory pressure scares off the very enterprise clients it needs to thrive. Filecoin has the tech, the team, and the scale. Its mission is one of the most ambitious in all of crypto. But now it has to prove it can attract sustainable, mainstream demand. So what do you think? Is FIL a sleeping giant about to wake up? Or is its ambition writing checks it can't cash? Drop your take in the comments below, and let us know which altcoin we should break down next. If you want more deep dives like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.